All right, my name is Justin.
My name is Leela. I knew ever since I was a kid that I wanted kids. And I actually, while I went through the 4 rounds with Dr. Robbins, had gone through a round proactively when I was in my mid-30s and froze my eggs then in New Jersey. I knew it would be hard, but I didn't think it would be as hard as it would be to be able to conceive. And then nothing happened, and nothing happened, and nothing happened. I was doing all the things, eating super healthy, exercising, acupuncture, mind, body, soul, just being the best version of myself, and nothing was happening. So I thought if after, 6 to 9 months it's still like this, then I'll take the next step and we'll go check out IVF. When I met with Dr. Robbins, he did an initial assessment and said I would be a good candidate for IVF. And as part of that discovery, he did highlight that I had some pretty big fibroids. And for people who don't know what fibroids are, they're hormonal masses usually caused by estrogen. A lot of women have them. And you can have 3 types of fibroids, ones that are inside your uterus, ones that are in the wall of your uterus, and ones that are outside the uterus. And ding, 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 I had all 3. But the fibroids were quite large. In fact, the largest one was as big as my uterus. And the doctor up in Spokane, surgeon, he was able to surgically remove them successfully. And I ended up healing really well. And while he was doing the surgery, also removed some endometriosis I had. So a lot more made sense kind of in retrospect of, yeah, I was healthy. I just had these things that were blocking the success rates from happening. Endometriosis probably as equally as the fibroids. And luckily I healed pretty quickly from that. We got, in the first round with Dr. Robbins, the first of 4, we got 12 eggs. And they actually combined them with my 4 eggs from New Jersey. So I had 16, and they turned into 4 embryos, which is really good. And then I remember getting the call at work. I was over in Seattle for work, and I was at a training, and it was the genetic counselor, and I could just tell from her tone of voice that none of the embryos survived. Our next round, we got 10 eggs, and I remember getting the call. It was from Kayla at that point in time, and I pick up, even though the flight attendants were giving me a not so nice look, and she told me, I got 2 healthy embryos, and I'm not a public crier at all. I think I normally keep it together pretty well. I just burst into tears. So that was a pretty cool moment. And those ended up being the only 2 we got. So it was that second round we did with Dr. Robbins that is where she came from.
We fought to go to Dr. Robbins for a reason, because we were, this was not only a life investment, but if we were going to hopefully have the best chance for success, we knew he was up. So, and it's been worth it. We
both knew, listen, if it doesn't work, we will be parents. And if you want to be a parent in this day and age, if you're open to different ways of being a parent, you can be a parent. It just would mean that if it didn't work out, we couldn't have our own. And that would have been its own journey too, and we're very lucky that wasn't the case. But it meant that for us, that we wouldn't have that question, and it would enable us to process however we were meant to be. So for all those reasons and all those factors, that's why we chose Dr. Robbins, and we're really, really happy that we did for obvious reasons.